Now, barristers have voted to take industrial action in England and Wales in protest at paying conditions. The Criminal Bar Association says its membership has voted for the highest form of escalation. That would start a week today. Well, a little earlier, my colleague Rita spoke to Joe Sidhu, who's the chair of the Criminal Bar Association that represents barristers.
As we all know, there is a huge backlog at the moment which has engulfed the criminal justice system. And that backlog was actually sizable before the pandemic even struck. It was about 41,000 by March of 2020. Criminal barristers up and down the country have been doing their level best to try and get through those cases so that victims and defendants and witnesses can have their day in court. But I'm afraid to say that because of underfunding of the legal aid system, which has been going on for more than 2 decades, the reality is that lots of prosecutors and defenders have left the industry. We've lost about a quarter of our workforce within the last 5 years. Just last year, we lost 300 more. And the consequence of this for the public is simply that we are not able to service the work. So that backlog, which is historically the highest we've ever had, and is stubbornly high, it's not coming down anytime soon, despite what the government says. Just to illustrate the impact of it, last year, 567 trials could not proceed at the last minute because there was no prosecutor or defender available in court to deal with that case. And that's because we're undermanned. So we've been saying to government now for a very long time, you've got to treat this as a national emergency. The public expect their courts to be running efficiently. And if we've got the system clogging up in the way that it is, and we simply don't have the human resources to service the work, there is going to be a crisis which is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. That's why we've taken the decision we have. It's been a ballot. We've had over 80% of criminal barristers voting in favour of industrial action. And what that means is that people will not be going to court in successive weeks. In the first week, which will be next week, Monday and Tuesday, barristers will not be going to court if they're defending in cases, and that will be escalated as we proceed through the month.
That's Joe Sidhu QC.